So this goes back to what I said about churches. Don't just give your money to churches that you don't like. Get to know the people first. To do your research on a church, yes, you can look online. You can look at the reviews. But you need to know the people. Know the people. Get to know them. Get to know God. To me, when I say God, I say those people. Get to know those people. Get to know God. Right? And if they don't really care, if you don't see any changes in your life, stop giving them your money. Because money is power. And that's to any of us that has money and we are TIs, stop giving it to them. Just don't do it anymore. You know, one thing they don't preach is that God can fall. Their church can fall. Okay? Because they mostly did it for political reasons. They did it for selfish and they did it for personal. They didn't do it in the name of justice or in the name of what they preach. God is good. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. You can say something like, you're not my God. You know, to me, I refer to them as low-tier gods or low-tier God. Not a high tier or decently, or something better than a low tier, okay? They're the kind that will stay quiet when it matters the most, okay? They're the kind that will bully people like us with no protection whatsoever and make themselves so scary when really they're just a person. Just groups of people that really believe they are that person when really they just have a powerful device. They shouldn't have it, if I'm being honest. And you know what? They don't preach about the fact that they can fall. They can go to hell. You know, so many people say, they say, oh, I hate God. When they say they hate God, whether they know it or not, whether they are a TI or not, they're referring to the churches. They're referring to anyone that claims to be God, that takes the title of a God in America, because we live in America. When you hate God, you know one thing you can do? You know one thing you can tell your family? If they have money, if they have a job, and they're going to church and giving money to a church, stop giving it to them. Give it to people you believe in. Give it to people that will help you. Give it to people. It doesn't matter what they call themselves. Because to me, religion is universal. It has really nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with what are they willing to stand for and what are they willing to act on. So, yeah. So, like for me, when someone says, are they a witch? Or to believe in Jesus Christ, to me it's the same thing, because at the end of the day they're saying, do you believe in us? Will you give me your money so I can provide a service for you? So yeah, it's don't let the titles, labels, whatever they wanna, don't let them distract you from the fact that money is power. Money does help. Money does build organizations, this and that, you know. If anything, right, I went to detail when I was at the gym that, you know, many people, religion is significant. It is, in this country and in many others. When you give your money to the wrong people, right, when you say go to hell, but you still, you don't stop going, like, you need to stop going. You need to find better gods, better people, a better God. Okay, you do. Right, but they don't even have to call themselves God. They could call them anything. Spiritual guidance teacher, I don't know. Anyone that you think has an Apple device, anyone that you think has the voice to stand up for themselves and for others. So yeah, like I said, so many churches, right? Mega churches especially, right? Their voice is quiet as hell when it comes to like political reasons, right? Actual good reasons to change. So people say gases are getting higher, this and that. Everything's getting higher, right? Or something. But like the jobs aren't following, right? They're not at all. Part of the credit you can give as to why people are not prosperous is the church. Someone so close as churches, not political leaders, churches, people, normal people, okay? Once they claim they have that kind of spiritual, that they can talk to God, that Jesus is with them, whatever they call themselves, is the moment you can suspect they may have an apple device, okay? They have more than what they're telling you, okay? But let's say, you know, like I said, in your area, let's say everything is pricier. Why are these people not standing up for others? It's because what it is their business, their church is only for themselves, their family, their close friends, and for any business partners they made a deal with. So, yeah. So, you know what you should do? Stop giving your money to those churches. Give it to better churches. Give it to, or you know what? Give it to people. Small groups of people, big ones, it doesn't matter. As long as their first priorities, their priorities, well, not first, but as long as their priorities aren't political. Political in the sense that everything is going to be beneficial for that small group of people, but for everyone else, it's not. So, yeah. You know why gang stalking exists in this country? Because of them. They're part of the reason. So, yeah. But that's what I wanted to mention. That's what I wanted to educate everyone. Every TI is give your money to people you believe in, is people you've built a relationship with. That people you have built a relationship with God. Okay? But if you see no changes, move on to the next. Move on to different kinds of people. Move on to different labels. As long as there's people there to help you, you know? There's always going to be people there to help you because not everyone is the same. Not everyone will kneel down to a low tier God. And like I said, lots of them can go to hell. Yeah. Lots of them can. Easily. Okay. So that was my other take I wanted to talk about. And then there's a few others. I don't remember.